Might have to take notes on this bitch. Famous and Wealthy Podcast, man. Today we got my boy, Mr. Profit, in the building, man. He gonna be talking about everything on how to get economy cars, man. Even if you got a 9 to 5, man, anybody can do it. The man got like 50 cars. He helped a whole lot of my students get cars, man. Definitely got to tap in with him, man. Today, what's going on, man? Tell him a little bit about where you from, my boy.
Yeah, from concrete jungles of Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised. You know, had a great upbringing, great childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know, Brooklyn is my home. It's my heart. You know what I'm saying? I love my city, you know?
Is Brooklyn bad, or how is it out there?
It's bad, but you got to just think about how you treat it. Like, you know, it's wherever you from. Because there's a lot of different parts of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? They got Crown Heights. They got Canarsie. They got Flatbush. So it's like, you know.
Did you grow up in like the hood, or did you grow up in a decent area?
I say I grew up in the hood, you know. I grew up in Canarsie, you know.
Right.
But I've been moving around a lot. So, like, I like to say, like, I'm from everywhere in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Because I moved around a lot. I've been in Crown Heights. I've been in Flatbush. I've been in, you know, Canarsie, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if anybody want to know who is Mr. Profit, right? Beyond business and success, how would you describe your journey?
I say, you know, very persistent, you know, determined, you know? You know, had a rough little childhood, you know? Pops passed away and all that, but, you know, I had to always keep my head up and keep it pushing, you feel me? You know, I had to just make sure everything was just right. You know, when I lost my pops, I had to stay up for my mom. You know what I'm saying? My mom was, you know, she was by herself. So I grew up quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Did you start working like super young?
Yeah, I started super young, man. I started at a catering company. You know, I was serving food for this, this catering truck.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had it figured out. I thought I had it figured out. Then I just kept, you know, pushing, you know?
So as far as the economy car thing, kind of give them a little game about exactly what you do, you know, with the cars.
All right, so I rent economy cars to gig workers, you know, people who do like, you know, gig work, all kind of gig work, you know what I'm saying? It could be whatever, Uber, you know, Spark driver, you know, what's that thing? Anything, you know, anything that makes you money on the road, whatever it is, you know? Core business, I provide cars for people who drive for gig work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so when you getting the cars, is it a certain type of individual that you look for when you're renting the cars out? You know, as far as like with verification, like how do you judge people before you give them the keys to your cars?
Yeah. So, you know, I asked them for their driver's license, you know what I'm saying? I asked them for the driver's license, make sure they ain't, you know, they're not a criminal, they're not doing anything illegal. You know, but I also could verify that with their, you know, account. You know what I'm saying? Their Uber account, Spark driver account. You know, I make sure.
Okay, so they usually rent from you to do stuff like Uber and stuff.
Yeah, Uber. You know, Amazon Flex, whatever, Spark driver, whatever they want to do.
What made you get into this type of business?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I have a good friend of mine. You know, he was like, you know, he wanted to do the car business, and then at first I was kind of iffy about it because I ain't see the vision.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let me hop on board because I see the vision. Like it's a very lucrative business. Like, you know, a lot of people, they need cars to drive. You know what I'm saying? It's very, 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 very important that people have, you know, people just provide cars for people to drive. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are not mobile. You know, a lot of people are taking the bus. Even people are even taking, you know, scooters to deliver, driving, you know, taking bikes to deliver food and everything. So it's like if somebody, you know, could get an affordable car, you know, they could get around quick.
So you said something about a lot of people don't be seeing the vision, right?
Yeah.
Why do you believe a lot of people don't be seeing the vision? Like, because I do know a lot of people don't, but why do you believe that people are so stuck not seeing the bigger picture or the vision of actually getting successful?
You know, people are scared, you know. They're scared to take risk, you know. Like, I like to say, like, you know, no risk, no reward. Or, like, one of my mentors, he would say, no risk, no Rari. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to be on point with how you feel, you know, and you got to, like, you know, think about your future. That's the most important thing, you know?
That makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
So, listen, what was your childhood like growing up? You know, you said you lost your dad.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? You had your mom. You was working and stuff like that. Like, what was childhood like before, you know, like, you even thought about money? What was it like?
Man, I was just a young kid with hoop dreams, man.
Yeah.
You know, I had like a lot of spirit, a lot of basketball spirit. You know, I just wanted to be like Allen Iverson. Chris Paul. That was my dream. That was always my dream. You know,
Yeah.
and won mixtapes. I always felt like I was the one that was gonna make it to the NBA.
Right.
You know, so that was always my dream. You know,
When you was a kid, did you have a whole lot of young friends? Like as far as
yeah,
like,
I had a lot of great friends, man. A lot of we fought. You know, we had great childhood, man. I had a lot of friends. I was very popular. I was always the the cool kid on the block. You know, basketball, good Jordans. You know.
did you ever see yourself, back in the day doing something like what you're doing now?
You know, I didn't think that I was gonna own a car rental business. I really believed that I was gonna be in the NBA.
Okay.
Like that was my real belief.
Have you always just liked cars?
I always liked cars. You know, it's funny you said that. You asked that because I actually had a car. I had a yellow Hummer.
Mm.
You know, posted on my wall. So that was like always like my wake up. When I wake up in the morning,
right.
I'll see that Hummer. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in a Hummer one day.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you just like, okay, I'm a like do this basketball thing, you know what I'm saying? Help my moms out. Got a job. After that, you go to college or?
Yeah, I went to college, man, for a little while. You know, dropped out. You know, I didn't think college wasn't really for me, so
Okay.
I just took it upon myself to.
So, was you still stuck with the loans? Like, how did that work out?
Oh yeah, definitely was stuck with the loans. The loans always haunted me, but they got financial aid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, we worked through it though, because I even when I left college, I actually tried to go back. Yeah, I tried to go back for business. So I actually, I gave it up. When I went back for business, I dropped out again because I realized it wasn't for me. I gave it a try, but I dropped out again, and I felt like it was time for me to go to another venture.
Yeah.
And
So, after dropping out of college twice, do you believe that college is a scam?
College is not a scam. It is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of information in college.
Okay.
But it's up to you if you want to use it to your ability. You know what I'm saying?
Do you believe that the same information you learned in college you could have learned by yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, especially in this era. It's a lot of information. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram. It's a whole bunch of stuff that you could, places you could just get information from. You know what I'm saying? Even somebody you meet in the street, you can get information from them, street smart, whatever. You can link up with, they got mentors, they got people who always teach you, wisdom.
Right. Okay, so look, if I could ask your younger self, right, what would you change about what you're doing now? You know what I mean? Like, what would you say?
I'll be like, yo, man, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Just don't give up. The world is yours. The stuff, if the things that I know now, if I knew as a kid, man, I'd be killing it, man. But I also tell myself to just, speed up the process, man. First thing I'll do is I'll get a mentor.
Right.
I'll get a mentor, and then I'll just speed up the process right there. Because you could also, a wise man learns from somebody else's mistakes, and, a smart person learns from their own,
Yeah.
So.
What was your goals like before you even started your rental car business? You got one car, two cars, you had good credit. Like, how was your whole structure before starting?
So, I had to get my stuff together, Obviously, I started off with good credit, then I had bad credit. So my credit was always up and down, you know what I'm saying? So I had to always, get things going, you know what I'm saying? Like, make things happen, like I had a job, even worked at, Brookdale Hospital. That's a hospital in Brooklyn, New York. I worked there for a little bit, made some money, did what I had to do there, structured my stuff together, saved up some money, got my credit up, and then that's what made me, start the car rental business, because I felt like it was time. I didn't want to be that guy working a 9-to-5 for the rest of my life. I never thought I was a 9-to-5 type of person, you know what I'm saying? I always felt like I just wanted to be, somebody big. I don't think that a 9-to-5 is gonna make me or get me to where I need to go or fulfill the dreams that I want to fulfill,
Yeah. How important is credit in your industry?
Oh, it's very important, man. Very important, man, because you need business. You need business credit. That number one thing is business credit. If you got business credit, you could go very far. or even personal credit.
But
man.
like, okay, explain to the people that's watching right now, what does business credit do for your business? If a mentee come to you, he say he got money and he got good business credit, what can you do for your mentee?
All right, so what I would do for my mentee, first things first, is I would, obviously charge him for the mentorship.
How much you charge for mentorship?
I charge it's up to 20,000, 50,000, 30,000, whatever package you pick.
And what comes with the package and how does it work?
So you could fly wherever I'm at. I'll fly you over. I'll FaceTime you. We could go anywhere.
Right.
We could go to out the country whenever you feel like you ready to join that. We do things.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
I'm saying though, like as far as like, do you help them get in cars? You know what I'm saying? Like explain to them what you, as far as like, you rent them cars, you get them in cars, the turnkey business, like everything that you do. What would you do for your mentees exactly?
So I would just make sure that they're good. I would make sure that they're focused. Calm, composed. Make sure that they could do what they got to do, as far as like with the business. If they want to make it happen, they'll make it happen. It's their choice.
So how many cars would you get them? Like, let's say if I give you $20,000, how many cars can you get me? You know what I'm saying? Like if I was like, all right, bro, look, I want your same type of fleet. What can you do for me? You know what I'm saying? If I gave you $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to get these type of cars, and you basically saying you'll run the whole business for me, or I'll run the business, like, how would that work?
So basically, I was just, tell them that they gotta get focused. You know what I'm saying? Get to the point as far as like, if they want to own 20 cars, they have to buy them. You know what I'm saying? They sell them online. So you could just go to like, I ain't gonna gatekeep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tell you, you could just go online and get cheap cars. You could get cheap rental cars, like Ford Fusions. I like to say Ford Fusions are one of the good cars. That's very good. What's that? Sorry, Toyota Camrys. Those cars are really good. If you want to get those, you could get those. Those are good cars.
So you have them get like 5 to 10 cars or whatever, and then you help them rent them out, or you help, like, do you have a? Because I know, like, let's say if I'm watching this video, right, and I go get 5 to 10 cars, and I say, all right, cool, I got the cars. You already got the clientele to get me quick money, or how did that work?
Okay, so you got to go ahead and search the clientele for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's your job to go search for the clientele yourself. But I help you with information. I help you go find business credit. They got like stuff like, Bank of America where you could get, car loans. And then they even got stuff like where you could actually like borrow against your title. Like, so if you got a title, you could borrow against it. Like they got stuff like Best Egg, they'll let you borrow against your title. Okay. But I don't want nobody to go ahead and just rush and just try to go get a loan from Best Egg because, they just want some quick cash. Like, learn the business, figure out what you're doing, think about what you want to do, be sure about what you're doing.
Okay, so for instance, what's the worst thing, that happened to you in the rental car business that somebody did, like as a wreck, they stole it, or, what's the craziest thing that happened in the business for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's ups and downs, I mean, there's just times where you gotta just do a repo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta go ahead and just shut that car off. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta, add like OnStar tracker GPS to the car. So like when you do rent the car, make sure you have a GPS tracked in it, like a tracker. So that way, if the renter, decides to run off or doesn't want to pay, you got to run them down. You don't even got to say much. You can just shut the car off and just go repo that thing, man.
Yeah. I mean, usually, like, let's say if I was in the business, right, and I do, because I know you do the economy cars, right?
Yeah.
So, but let's say if I was, trying to start off, I think I start off, me personally, I start off with, like, cars that everybody loves. But my rental car game would be a little different because if I'm going to go lower tier, I do like Chargers. You know what I mean?
The luxury cars are good too. You could get the luxury cars and all that. But I mean, like, I stick to the motto, man. Stick to the script. Economy cars, rent them out to gig workers, cheap. You can charge whatever you want, $400, $350, depending on where you at. I'm in New Jersey. I'm the #1 car rental business in New Jersey. So. Right. I started off like that, but I actually rent cars to gig workers. If you do gig work, you get the car, but you got to be eligible and you have to qualify.
Right.
Yeah.
Most people that come to you, have somebody ever came to you with no license or no insurance?
Yeah. It's people that come to me. I had this one story where this guy was trying to, rush me down, telling me, "Yo, yeah, can I rent a car? I got a event coming up. I want to rent a car," and he's running me down. It's first of all, when you're a business, you treat your business like a business. First of all, you're not even supposed to be reached very easily. As far as, you gotta, if I'd rather you text me instead of, call me. Yeah. And you gotta also be qualified. So you text me, you let me know you want the car, you shoot me your information, I run it through Intellius, and see if your record is good, and we move forward from there. But I had a situation where somebody was just running me down, asking me to rent a car. And then I always make sure that I'm the one. I don't make it seem like I'm running the business.
Okay.
I always make it seem like somebody else is running the business. Because as soon as I make it seem like I'm running the business, they're going to think that they could try to run game on me. You know what I'm saying? I always making sure, like, somebody else is running the business. That way they got to go. If they ask me a question, I gotta act like, I'm going through somebody else to get the information for them. That way they could understand,
Yeah. It seems like it's, a lot of money in this.
No, it's definitely a lot of money, man. It's just, you gotta look at it like Enterprise. Those are, very big companies, but it's hard to rent. Like, if you don't got good credit, or if you don't even have a credit card, a lot of people don't have credit cards. So, it's hard for them to rent cars,
Yeah.
So it's like, they got stuff like Six, Enterprise, Alamo. They love credit cards. But a lot of people have debit cards, and some people even have cash too. Like, when it comes down to renting cars, if you start your own rental car business, you could take cash. But these companies, these big companies, they don't rent car. They don't take cash.
Right.
They only take credit. They're mainly big on credit. So if you don't got good credit, or if you don't have a credit card, they won't rent you the car.
Why is that though?
Because with credit, there's insurance on credit, right? So, like, people can't put claims on debit cards. Well, actually, people actually try to put claims on credit cards. Like, they try to act like, debit cards. They try to act like, they would rent a car, and they would try to act like they never rented the car. They would put like a fraudulent claim. But when it comes down to credit cards, there's insurance. So, like, if they try to put the claim, the customer and the rental car company wins. So it's a win-win. So that's why they try to protect themselves with credit.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's important that you have your good credit up. And you got good credit, and you got your credit card when it comes down to renting with them companies. But if you want to, come into my mentorship, or if you want to just start your own car rental business, you could be your own boss,
So do you have a lot of students right now currently?
Yeah, I got a lot of students right now, man. I got like, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, I was just finna say.
It's overwhelming, man. I got a lot of students.
So you just getting a whole lot of people cars, and they probably calling, and
yeah, I got a lot of people. A lot of people that really want to, be in my mentorship. They really want to, but it's about slots. It's if you get in what you put in. So if you want to, rent cars.
I feel like it's a lot of people that's out here with money and just don't know what to do with the money. So they just probably like, damn, like what could I do? And I feel like the economy cars would be a good investment to actually get. You said it's pretty easy to get, right?
Yeah. Economy cars are pretty easy. I mean, like, there's stuff like Facebook Marketplace where you could just buy, economy cars for like, $3,000, $4,000, I stick to the model. Like, buy cheap cars. You'll get your ROI in, let's say, 3 months. Right? You rent a car for what? $400 a week, $1,600 a month. Let's say you have 10 cars. Do the math.
So what are some good sites to rent the cars? Like, let's say if I got like a Lexus or something, what could I rent it on?
Well, I mean, you could use apps like Toro, but Toro is a safe bet if you don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
Right? So like Toro, they got everything. They'll do everything for you.
Right.
But if you want to do it yourself, I mean, you got to do everything. You got to deal with the insurance. You got to deal with, customers. You got to do everything yourself. So you just got to make sure if you got to choose whatever you want to do. It's your choice at the end of the day. So if you want to rent with Toro, if you want to rent your cars through Toro, you're going to have to deal with a lot of their rules and their regulations. But if you want to do it yourself, you create your own rules and you do it your way.
I was hearing you talk about a little bit about mental health, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about how you feel about that,
I mean, mental health is it's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is serious. It's something that's we need to be aware of more.
Yeah.
Right now, we're currently in men's mental health month.
Right
now. So, I mean, that's not really spoken on as much, but, you know, we got to make sure that we stay aware of that because that plays a big part in your future, too. Because if your mental's not right, you won't be able to succeed because it starts all in the mind. You know what I'm saying? The mental.
So what do you think most people struggle with in mental health, though? Most guys.
I think when it comes down to men, it's really hard for men, you know? Like, we got to deal with women, you know, their needs. You know, women are very needy. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that you are able to provide. We're providers and protectors. So when we can't do that, it's hard for us. You know what I'm saying? It takes a toll on us. You know what I'm saying? Especially a man who wants a woman of his dreams. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard for him to get the woman of his dreams if he can't provide for her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he got to make sure he's on his A game. He's on tunnel vision. He's ready to go. He's ready to lock in before he can chase those things. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for some people. It's very hard for some people. You know what I'm saying? Because they really, the world is tough, man, especially on men. It's very tough.
So do you believe you've been living with mental health?
Yeah, I struggled with mental health a lot, man, especially after my dad died. I struggled with mental health a lot. I've been in very dark, you know, places in my life that I crawled out of, you know? I always had to keep my head up, you know, listen to music. You know, one of my favorite artists is Tupac. I always listen to Tupac, make sure I listen to Tupac because he always tell me, I always listen to Keep Your Head Up, you know? That's always like a song that always plays in my head, you know? And I always tap into my childhood because, you remember, I told you I had a great childhood. So, you know, I always tap in whenever I'm, like, you know, feeling, you know, down or lost. I tap into my childhood, and that always keeps me sane, you know?
So, I mean, I know you're successful. You know, you got your rental car business and stuff like that. You got your students. You're doing good with your mentorship. Do you have a low-ticket offer as well for people who can't afford the 20, 30, 40, 50,000?
Yeah, we can start off with a payment plan, you know?
Okay, smart.
Yeah, payment plan. If you ain't got it, you know, we can start off with like 1,000. You know, the lowest is 5,000. You know,
Yeah.
We can start you off with a payment plan. We can work our way up from there. You know,
Right. And what I wanted to know is like, okay, with the economy cars, you know, I'm a student. I come to you. I got 5 economy cars. I don't know what the hell I'm doing at all. You know what I mean? You tell me, all right, I'm in Florida. You in Jersey. What would be my first steps that I do?
So you got 5 cars.
Yep.
And you called me.
Yes, sir. And I say, man, listen, I want to tap in with you for your mentorship. I don't got a lot of money. I got the 5,000. What direction you gonna point me into?
So I tell you, man, go ahead and ship me those cars, man. I could get them rented out for you, and we could work from there. You know.
Exactly. Okay.
You know, we could. You know, I'll take care of everything. We could do something called a joint venture.
Okay. So we could get on paperwork together.
You know, we get on paperwork together. We do business, joint venture, and we make this money, man. Joint venture.
What is one moment that changed everything in your life?
I say one moment that changed everything in my life.
When you knew it, you was gonna like be right there. Like you knew, like you sitting right here right now. You had to do something good in life to actually. You had to believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are like, bro, a lot of people, bro, don't believe in themselves. You notice it's just a handful of people. It's crazy. It's a big world, right?
Yeah.
But why is it only a handful of people we know? You ever thought about that? It's hundreds of billions of people in the world, right?
Yeah.
But it's only a certain handful of people we know. That's not good.
That's not good. Yeah.
That means it's a whole lot of people that's lost, that's worried about the wrong things, that's distracted, that's never, ever going to make it no matter what they do.
Yeah.
It's only a handful.
That's crazy. And you know, it's funny, when you said that, it kind of made me think about Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z. Yeah. He said, the city is a pity. Half of y'all ain't going to make it. That's the true line, man. Yeah. 'Cause I'm from New York, man. Born and raised, man. Shout out to the Knicks, man. The Knicks really won. That was a big one for the Knicks, man.
Yeah,
I love my city. I love my city, man. My city turned up. So much stuff was happening, man. But yeah, man, like, I feel like when it comes down to like just just believing in yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you got to just look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself the truth, man.
Right.
Like, what do you want?
What lessons from your upbringing still guide you today?
I say my father, man. He always taught me, like, be strong. Don't smile too much, because people take your kindness for weakness. Like, you can laugh a little bit, but don't laugh too long, because then people don't take you serious. And it's like, just be yourself. Always just be yourself, man.
What's your thoughts on dating right now? Like, are you married, single, what?
I mean, when it comes down to dating, right? I mean, it is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? Dating is, just tell your partner the truth, man. If whatever you want to do, you want to live your life, tell them. Be honest with your partner. Be honest with the person you're dating or you're about to date. Say, for example, you go on a date, right?
Yeah.
You tell them, listen, I'm out with you right now. Just get straight to the point right then and there. What do you want to do? Do you want to be serious? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to be in a relationship, or do you want to be like happy, or do you want to just have fun? When you tell the truth, there's no confusion. You know what I'm saying?
Do you believe that most women out here that just want to have fun, if you meet a girl and she just wants to have fun, she's probably not the one for you, right?
It depends on where you at in life, man. We got hot and cold. Men got hot and cold seasons, right? So there's sometimes where we be in seasons where we just we want that hot, we want the hotness, we want the hot girl, city girl, we want the girl that just wants to be, hot. Like, let's go out, let's go party, let's go drink. And then we have cold seasons where we just want to be in the house. We want a woman to just, give us a massage, just relax. Depends on where you at in life,
Yeah.
Depends on where you at.
So how old are you?
I'm 32 years old, man.
Yeah. So have you ever thought about getting married or anything? Or?
Yeah, definitely thought about getting married, man. Definitely. That's definitely in my plans.
How was your relationship? Are you currently in a relationship?
It's complicated, but but I say I'm in a relationship. Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
So, like, okay, because I know the reason why I'm asking, because a lot of guys, when they're entrepreneurs, I see a lot of them, they be married and stuff like that, and and they say that you need a wife to actually be more successful. This is what they tell me. I don't know, that's why I was asking you, like, what's your thoughts on, like, do you feel like you got to get married? I'm pretty sure you've been having girls. Have somebody really let you down bad, when you're 21, 22, 23, to make you, something had to put you in a position, right, to actually say, let me go hard as hell. Like me, even.
Yeah.
I done been, tricked by women, right? And
yeah.
It didn't faze me because I always had a name and a lot of money. So it don't, versus somebody else who don't have that, they'll be like, damn, like it'll crush them bad. But you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts?
I think it's always a point where somebody gonna break your heart. You're gonna get your heart broken. But you're gonna keep getting your heart broken. That's the funny part. Like, it don't matter where you at in life. Just because you left your old girl and now you got a new girl, you could get your heart broken again.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep getting your heart broken. So it's just about just building your future. You don't need a woman to build a future. You can do it yourself, especially as a man. You can do it yourself, man. I think it's better when you do it yourself, because when you do it yourself, then you get to choose the woman of your choice. You know what I'm saying? So when you choose the woman of your choice, it's better.
So, like, I know, okay, let's say if you were single, okay?
Yeah.
You 32. Let's say if you were single and you 38, 39, whatever, 40, and you meet another woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that at that age that might be the right woman for you at that? Is like, you know what I mean? Because this is how sometimes I look at it. You might meet a girl and then she's single and you like, damn, why is she single?
Yeah.
You ever thought about it like that?
Yeah, because when it comes down to single women, they're single because they either probably didn't find a good man yet.
No, it's probably something that they're doing, right? You think?
I don't think it's something they're doing.
Oh, okay.
I just think it's just the man is probably not where he needs to be yet, or she's probably not where she needs to be yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like, if she wants to, it happens. What's meant to happen is gonna happen. So I look at it, man. I ain't gonna say when you're 34, you're gonna find the woman of your dreams, or that's the end point. It's like whenever you ready, you ready, or whenever it happens, it happens. What's meant to be is meant to be. You know what I'm saying? When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And when you choose right, because a lot of people make the wrong decision. They be in relationships with people that they don't want to be in, and then they get stuck, and then they get too deep in. You know what I'm saying? They get too deep in, and then now it's hard for them to climb out. So it's just, you got to really Yeah,
Damn.
man. You gotta really like lock in.
Damn.
Yeah, it gets deep. And a lot of men out here, they're in relationships that they don't want to be in, and they're stuck. They stuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stuck, man. They don't know what to do. You know, they finances ain't right. They smoking, they drinking, they're not locked in.
Wow. Do
Yeah,
you date
man.
women that smoke or drink?
I prefer not, but I mean, if it makes you focus or whatever makes you happy. But I like my woman really focused. You know, if you don't smoke or drink, that's cool. But I prefer not. You know.
Yeah. So if you met a girl and you found out she said she didn't smoke, but smoke or drink, but you found out she did, what would you do?
I wouldn't do nothing, man. But I tell her, I put her on the right path. Like, yo, I don't think that smoking thing is good for you, man.
Yeah.
I like a woman with a clear-headed mind, you know, always sharp.
Yeah.
And when I say that to say, like, when a woman's mind is sharp, then you go back to the conversation when you said, is it okay for a man to be married, or is it good for a woman to be married for a man with a man for him to be successful? Because I feel like a woman with a clear mind who doesn't take any, you know, substances that alter her mind is very strong, you know, that comes natural. You know, whenever she's, you know, she's focused, she's locked in, then I think that could be a very powerful thing for you in your future with a woman.
So, you know, it's the middle of, 2026, right? What's your goals for the rest of the year with your rental car business and stuff like that?
Just keep pushing, man. Stay locked in, stay focused. Keep buying rental cars, keep buying economy cars. Every day I'm buying cars, man. I got like 50 cars right now.
Damn.
50 cars, man. Yeah.
Wow.
So like I'm just working. Every day I'm just, you know, getting payments, getting the cars, getting the money, buying cars. Like rinse and repeat. Customers pay me, I get the money, I go buy cars.
What's the downside of it? Like, what's the downside of, once you having all these cars? Is it just a lot of stress from people, or what is like I know you make a lot of money and you got all these cars and stuff like that, but what is like the stress ball that just you wake up and be like, damn,
I mean, everything is gonna give you a head scratch in life,
Yeah.
man. You gotta choose your hard. So it's
Yeah.
either you want to do it, you don't want to do it, right? When it comes down to renting a car, right, the business is tough, but you got to make sure that you want to do it. Whatever you want to do, you can do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it, you'll do it. But the tough things are like, all right, let me give you an example. They got insurance. Like, so say if a customer gets into an accident, whatever. You got to make sure that you're available to, or not even available. You can also have virtual assistants that can help you with your accident. You know, you don't got to always, like, say for example, you get into an accident, right?
Yeah.
Or your renter gets into an accident.
Right.
They can call you. You don't got to pick up, but your virtual assistant can pick up for you and get that car up and running for you. You know, you could hire people to help you out. Like, you don't got to do everything yourself. It gets hard, but when you get to a certain level, you can hire people. Because remember, you have a real business. It's not like a hood business, you know? If you a business, then you a business. Treat it like a business. Stay locked in. Be structured, organized, do what you got to do. Treat it like enterprise. Like, there's no difference between your car rental business and enterprise or Hertz or Alamo or Avis. There's no difference. Treat it like them. You have your car rental agreement. You meet up with your renter. You give them the car rental agreement. You tell them, listen, hey, you do the background check, make them sign it. They get in the car, hand them over the keys. Yeah.
So what motivates you, bro, to keep you motivated like this?
I say my mother, man. My mother, my father. Like I always tell you, like I told you earlier, my father passed away, so that just keeps me going, man. That's that drive. Like, I feel like he's always watching over me. So I got to make him proud. And I got to make my mom proud. That's like my anchor right there. That's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
My mother.
For sure.
She keeps me going.
So look, as you know, man, I got a lot of students in my lower tier mentorship, right? I got a lower tier mentorship that's, $49.99 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought about doing something like super low tier like that soon, like making ebooks and courses and stuff about how you do exactly what you do?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, that's what you think you should set that up soon for them. Maybe have a videographer come out, record you, rent a few cars, you know, working with a few of your mentees and selling that course, and then showing them step by step how you set up the LLC, how you know, get them the business funding, and you know, people shipping their cars to you. That'd be fire.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, honestly.
Because I know you in the business, you know, of, you know, dealing with a lot of people with the bag, you know, 5,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50, you know, but it might be a lot of people that want to just know a little bit about, you know, everything beforehand. It's smart because, you know, a lot of people, they still act like they don't know too much. They be want to read some stuff and stuff like that. I feel like that school community or something like that, a Patreon or something, you open up, that people will tap in with that, because it's crazy because, you know, a lot of people love cars, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, damn, Turo booming, they making hundreds and hundreds of millions, you know what I'm saying?
Hundreds of millions.
So you basically is a personal Turo in your area.
Yeah, man. People think they need Turo. Like, you don't need Turo. You could start it yourself.
And some people can't even get on Turo, so you could even take those clients who can't even
get on Turo. Some people can't even get on. They banned from Turo.
Yeah.
So that should motivate you to go get your LLC and start your business. You know what I'm saying? Rent it. You can rent your car rental business, whatever you want to rent it. You know what I'm saying? You can rent it any way, anything you want to rent it. Name it. And then you start it off from
Especially
there.
in them little small towns and stuff, right?
Yeah, small towns like North Carolina, you know, Greenville. They got a lot of renters out there, man. They got small towns, man.
Damn, that's nuts.
Yeah.
I ain't know that economy business was going crazy like that, man.
Yeah, man, it's a big business. It's an open space, and like people think that it's not a lot of. It's because it's a very big field that they can't do it, or like a lot of people do it. So that's another thing too. People think because a lot of people do things that they can't do it. Like there's a lot of competition, right? Car rental business is very big. A lot of people need cars. A lot of people need cars. So just because you see the next man doing his car rental business, you don't watch that. You get your stuff up and running, and you do your car business, and you'll find customers, man.
Yeah.
You'll find customers, man. They got stuff like ads. You could pay for ads, get your cars up and running, you know?
Damn.
Google ads, Facebook ads.
Have you ever thought about getting into the luxury part?
Yeah, I thought about getting into the luxury part.
Is it just way more expensive and stuff, right?
Yeah. It's a little bit more expensive. You could charge more. There's an upside to the renting luxury cars. The very upside. Like I got an 8 Series, you know, BMW. So I be thinking about renting that bad boy off, but I'll be like, nah, that's my car right there, you know?
Yeah.
I really want the i8 though.
Oh, you want the i8?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the i8. But yeah, I got the 8. I got the 840i right now.
That's funny as hell.
Batmobile. I call it my Batmobile.
My boy got the i8.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, the i8 is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that back. I'm gonna swap it out real soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's some game, man, you got for your community, bro?
My community, man. If you go to school, stay in school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you go to school, stay in school. Stay away from trouble. Keep your head up, man.
Yeah.
Keep your head up. It's never over. It's never over. If you're depressed, think about the most happiest times in your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just think back, but don't ever give up. I think that's the different quality that I have in different people is that I'm determined. I never gave up. Yeah. I just kept going. Whenever I was down, I felt hurt, depressed, I just never gave up because the sun is always going to shine the next day.
Amen. Sure. So where can everybody find you on social media?
Man, they can find me at Mr. Profit, you know, Mr.Profit _.
Okay.
And then you can find me at The Victory Project.
Yes, sir.
On Instagram.
And, man, like I said, man, the king of the economy rental, man. Y'all got to tap in, man.
It's me.
Tap in with his mentorship. He going to get you right. Get these cars right, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people that be hitting us up, we deal with luxury cars. Bro deal with the economy cars. We working together right now, man. We making a lot of money. If y'all want to get some money with us, DM my boy right now so we can eat.
Let's get it, man.
You dig?
Let's get it.